What's good? It's your boy Skitzo here. Originally from Sacramento, California. Right now I'm residing in Vegas. Here to teach you a couple of lessons on isolation and a couple drills on how to make them better. Right now we are doing grabbing, and that is a technique done with your hands. It's going to help your isolation, especially upper body, like torso area. So what I like to think of it is as a grid. So if I had a grid and I had lines going through, you pinpoint each time a line crosses. So you grab, and then you grab, and then you grab, and you grab. You can either grab with your fist or a finger, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. I like to grab with the fingers because it's more intricate and it adds more detail. Sit there and practice that, just grabbing at different points. And then once you get that down and you feel comfortable with it, and then you start grabbing on beat. Of course, I practiced to no music at first, just to help me with the movement first. And then when you do catch the beat on, of course, like you can follow either you got the bass, you got the hi-hats and all that, but follow whatever you want to it. Once you get comfortable with that, then you start using wrist movements. Instead of just having one platform where your hands are staying in the same position, you want to rotate in and out to where you start grabbing and feeling more fluent with your grabs and your touches and your isolations. Look at that. Back to the wrist rotation and grabbing. So you got, after you feel comfortable with that, of course, then you start moving to where you grab and you pull your body with it. You grab this way, pull your body with it. Grab down, pull your body with it. And you do that until you feel comfortable with the motion of moving your upper torso without moving your bottom. It's gonna train your body to isolate, which is what we're here for. And then once you get good with that and you start feeling comfortable with moving your upper torso, then you don't have to grab and pause to move. Grab and pause to move. You start just moving and just grabbing in certain places, and it becomes a fluid motion. Now we're gonna move on to legs. So once you get this down and you got your grabbing points and isolation and moving upper torso, then you start grabbing and then you move your legs. And then you grab to a different point and move your legs. Grab here, grab here, grab here. It's like objects. You got a bunch of poles on the ground, let's say, and they're about this height. And you grab the top of each pole. Then you start adding details like gliding, to where if you are isolating and you start moving, then it becomes way more fluid with your grabs and your pinpoints and all that. Alright, when it comes to wrist movements and grabbing, like I was saying before, another technique to look at is locking, because you learn how to use your wrists in a certain motion to where it's circular and it's flowable, is what I like to call it. So you take your hands and use them to their full extension down, and then you rotate them this way, rotate them back, rotate them this way. And then you start using your fingers to grab in that same exact motion. and then you get good with that, and that's when you start moving your hands to have a bunch of freedom, is what I like to call it. And then you get that, you get fast at that to the point where you can hit it. Doesn't matter how fast you want to go or how slow you want to go. Gimmicks you can work on to help you with your stuff. Actually, you don't have to move every beat. You can stay there and just work on having your hands in that same position, but moving your whole body on different levels, even on the ground. And then you come up, do the same thing, just in a whole nother position to where it makes you feel awkward. Awkward is what you're kind of aiming for when you're looking for isolations. You don't want anything to look like it's predictable or exactly, or you want it to be unorthodox. Hits to complement your grabs. So every time you grab, you hit to where it creates the illusion to where when you hit, it's like electricity stopped your whole body from moving. And then you move, and you feel free. And then you stop, move, feel free. Stop, move, feel free. Stop, move, feel free. And it's all a pattern. For sure. So this has been a lesson on isolations. Please check out my demonstrations and drill them over and over again. Drilling is key. Repetition is key. Keep going. Don't quit. And you're going to be dope. I promise.